Hey there folks, John here with Through My Lens, and today I'm coming to you with another knife-related video. This is going to be a kind of a longer video, so a long video warning. I'm going to be detailing my experiences with Shirogorov at both the 2021 Tactical Knife Invitational, TKI, and the Nashville Custom Knife Show. Now, this video is going to be specific to Shirogorov. If you're interested in my general thoughts and impressions on these two shows, please check out the video I posted just prior to this one on my playlist, which does talk about in a more general sense what I thought about TKI and the Nashville Custom Knife Show. Now, as fans of Through My Lens know, over the last year I've become a fan and an enthusiast of Shirogorov knives. So when I learned that Sergey Shirogorov would be making the trip from Russia to the United States to attend both the 2021 Tactical Knife Invitational and the Nashville Custom Knife Show the weekend of May 28th in Nashville, Tennessee, I absolutely had to attend. Nashville is really less than a 5-hour drive from where I live in Ohio, so it really only cost me a vacation day at work and a couple of tanks of gas to attend. I really wish it hadn't been scheduled over Memorial Day weekend. That's a big family time weekend, and I hated to be away from home for the entire weekend, so I only attended TKI on Friday and the Nashville Custom Knife Show on Saturday, which meant I didn't get to take advantage of Nashville nightlife on Saturday night and dining on Saturday evening either. And I certainly missed out on lotto and auction opportunities on Sunday at the show. Now, my drive to Nashville was not particularly pleasant. It rained pretty steady and hard for much of the drive. But I arrived in Nashville at around 2:30 p.m. and I pretty much went straight to the DoubleTree Hotel in downtown Nashville, where both TKI and the Nashville Custom Knife Show were located. Now, on arrival, I immediately met up with an individual extremely well known in the U.S. Shirogorov community, James Nguyen, who co-moderates the Shirogorov Marketplace group on Facebook. Now, James is a super nice guy in person and is, he's super helpful in the online community. He's helped me out a bunch. He was nice enough when I met him to let me play with his custom Shirogorov F7. He also has a custom Neon, and this was really my first opportunity to ever check out a Shirogorov custom, a full custom that's made by Sergey Shirogorov himself. I also got the opportunity to meet some of the folks from Recon One out of Los Angeles, whom I've been sending so much of my money to in the past year. For those of you that don't know, R1 Promotions, who puts on both TKI and Nashville Custom Knife Show, are owned by Recon One. That's the official distributor for Shirogorov knives in the US, as well as having a brick-and-mortar location in Los Angeles. Now, registration for TKI opened at 3 p.m., but the doors really didn't officially open until 6 p.m. Now, 3 hours is a pretty long time to wait, but finally the doors opened, and I did get the opportunity finally to meet the man himself, Sergey Shirogorov, and it was really nice being able to get to know him, hung out with him and James quite a bit at the table. Sergey speaks some English, but Tom was also with Sergey, who speaks very good English. Now, if you've ever written to the factory, perhaps via their Facebook Messenger or their, the email address, chances are the message was handled by Tom. He's also a super nice guy and was really great to hang out with both Friday and Saturday. When we came up to the table after the show had opened, Tom and Sergey were recording a live stream with the world debut of the new Shirogorov collaboration piece with Scott Cook called the Russian Laksha. I believe that's how it's pronounced. Now, besides being a limited edition collaboration piece, the Russian Laksha is also an integral, and I believe it's the first integral I'm aware of that Shirogorov has ever produced. Now, also making its debut at the show was the new Shirogorov Stellar. Now, this is going to be a brand new model that will eventually make it into production, and two fully custom prototype examples of the Russian Laksha and the Stellar were on the table as open auction pieces Friday night at TKI. So being there, I had the opportunity to check them out, to be able to actually handle them, which was really fantastic. Just absolutely amazing pieces, just works of art. Really was incredible. Again, it will probably be a couple of years before we see a production version of the Shirogorov Stellar, but I will certainly be looking forward to it because Shirogorov has finally made a knife with what many knife fans consider to be the baby bear soup of blade lengths, 3.5 inches. Now, the official length, I believe, for the Stellar in terms of the blade length is 3.54 inches, but that's close enough for me. Now, also on the table on Friday night for lotto winners or lottery winners was a custom Quantum NL with a hand-rubbed S10 blade riding on double row roller bearings with a table price of $3,600. So if your number came up, you had the opportunity to purchase that knife at $3,600. Also available was a custom F7 Thion featuring a Mokutai pocket clip and pivot collars, and also riding on double row roller bearings at a table price of $4,300. It was very similar to James's custom F7, so it was pretty interesting. Now, that custom prototype Russian Laksha and the Stellar sold Friday night with auction prices of over $24,000 and $21,000 respectively. Easily the highest priced items sold at TKI Friday evening. So the show really ended on Friday pretty much as I expected, with me going back to my hotel room completely empty-handed. And I wasn't really disappointed or surprised. I did have, again, a great time getting to know Sergey, Tom, and James. Also, Chad Burge, I'm hoping I'm pronouncing that last name correctly, showed up late Friday night. I've got to know Chad a little bit over the last year from the Shirogorov groups on Facebook. He showed up a little late, and I bet he doesn't do that ever again because I played a little prank on him. But I did get to play with his custom division knives that I really appreciated. He has a custom bronze quantum that, man, really like that. He also had with him an F3 that he made into a Department 13 project knife, very similar to the project knife that I recently did a video on. And on his, he ordered blue twill scales as opposed to the lightning strike carbon fiber scales that I ordered on mine. So Chad has a really awesome collection. Before the weekend was out, he ended up adding to his custom division collection, but I'll talk about that a little bit later. Now, Saturday, which was the start of the two-day Nashville Custom Knife Show, really featured different exhibitors than TKI did, and had a somewhat different format and feel. Now, on James Wins's advice, I showed up shortly after 9 a.m. and a line to get in was already forming. We had anticipated that there would be some first-come, first-serve items that would go pretty quickly, hence the reason to be early and toward the front of the line. James, of course, was at the very head of the line, first one. That guy is a machine. I was about 10 or so people back in line, so I wasn't too concerned. Of course, with 2 hours to kill before the show opened at 11, I basically just chatted with the other guys in line, and we showed off our sharp, pointy things to each other, and just kind of enjoyed a little bit of fellowship there. But when the show doors did open at 11 a.m., I made a beeline for the Shiro Table, which was now located in the front and center of the show. Sergey, on Friday night was toward the back. Now on the table on Saturday were two full custom Shirogorov Stellars available for open bid auction. And also available for auction were 3 full custom Shirogorov bit drivers. Now each of these featured the proprietary screw in the top of the driver, which is only used in Shirogorovs that Sergey himself makes, which is really pretty fascinating. So that means that Sergey actually had a hand in making these custom bit drivers. Now, also on the table was a ticket box in the shape of a large Shirogorov pivot screw. And show attendees could put their name on a ticket and drop it in the box for a drawing that happened at 2 o'clock that afternoon. Now, if your name was drawn, you had the opportunity to purchase at table price one of several different examples of Shirogorov custom division models. And that was really what I was hoping for. That was going to be a little bit more in my price range. There were also 2 examples of Shirogorov bit drivers on the table, which were made specifically for the show, featuring heads that were larger in diameter than the production version of the driver and anodized blue. And in terms of items that were available for first come, first serve purchase, they had bronze Shirogorov beads available. One of these guys here. Now this is the same bead that was included on a lanyard with the show exclusive F95s, which ticket holders for the event could purchase. And I believe they were $1,200. Now the beads themselves were again on the table, available first come, first serve, while supplies last, for $50 each. So I picked one up, made for a great kind of memento for the show, because it does say Tactical Knife Invitational, Nashville 2021. So just a really neat kind of little souvenir from the event to be able to pick up. Now they also had stickers and patches that they were giving away. Let me see. Here's the patch that they were giving away to anybody who wanted one. This particular patch, I think they did give away some of these, but they mostly told people that these were only going to be given to the lottery or auction winners, and it would be included with whatever knife or driver or whatever that they won and purchased. Here's a Recon One patch that I got, and then Tamar from Recon One, she makes her own patches apparently, and she made this one with a Shirogorov knife on it, which I thought was pretty nifty, and she gave me one of these, which I really appreciated. Thank you, Tamar. Now, I was not lucky enough to have my ticket drawn for a lottery win, so I wasn't able to pick up any of the custom division knives, which of course was a bummer. But I did put a bid in for one of the 3 custom drivers, and much to my surprise, my bid was one of the 3 winning bids. James Nguyen had the other 2. And I just can't tell you how thrilled that I am to have won this driver. Now, for one thing, I am a sucker for bit drivers, for custom bit drivers. Here's an example of one that I have from Journey Tool Company. This one has a Timascus kind of head on it, and is made of titanium, much like this proprietary Shirogorov bit driver. I certainly love Timascus, or Ticron, as James Nguyen indicated, is the material that was used to create the head of this driver. And this driver, actually all the drivers that were on the table, includes a super rare custom division bit, which is normally only found to be included with the custom division pen tool. Here is a standard production bit, and you can see it has what looks like kind of like a flathead screw on it. Here is what a custom division bit looks like, and you can see that it actually has a milled slot in it that corresponds to a custom division proprietary screw that's, again, different from the production screws. So it does require a different bit. So again, I am just absolutely over the moon thrilled to have one of these auction pieces. They're super rare. This is only one of 3 in existence. And I can legitimately say that I own a custom Shirogorov. So again, just thrilled. I was actually able to buy one of the lottery drivers as well from one of the guys who won it. You can kind of see what it looks like here with the anodized blue head, and you can see that if I were to compare it to one of the production bit drivers here, you can see that the head diameter is quite a bit larger on this guy right here. And of course the blue anodization is wonderful. It also comes with a custom division bit like the other driver that I just showed you. And as much as I would like to keep this just because I think it's cool, I have already sold it to kind of help offset my costs associated with the purchase price of this guy from the auction. So that worked out pretty nicely. So overall, I have to say that I had a fantastic time at both TKI and the Nashville Custom Knife Show. Sergey Shirogorov will be back in the U.S. in October at the California Custom Knife Show, and I'm already trying to decide if I want to try to go out to LA to that show, because again, you just get opportunities to get Shiro products and merchandise that you simply can't get anywhere else. Now, assuming Shiro comes back next year, I will for sure go to the 2022 TKI/Nashville Custom Knife Shows. I, again, had such a super great time and met some fantastic people. Highly recommend these events. Extremely well run by the folks at Recon One R1 Promotions. Much appreciated. Hope you've enjoyed this video. Take care. God bless. We'll see you in the next one.
I hope you've enjoyed this production from the Through My Lens YouTube channel. If you did, please click on the like button and do share the video on social media. If you'd like to see more content like it, please do subscribe to the channel, follow me on Instagram and Facebook, and do check out Through My Lens at www.throughmylens.com.